Hello, dear students. Let us start with a new session of the second chapter, that is electrostatic potential and capacitance. In today's session, we are going to deal with another concept, that is potential energy in an external field. In this concept, there are three cases or three conditions, that are potential energy at a single charge, potential energy in a system of two charges, and the potential energy in a dipole. So we are going to study about a potential energy for a single charge, and then for two charges, and then for dipole. So let us begin with the first case, that is potential energy at a single charge. Okay, let us begin with single charge. Okay, so suppose if we have a charge plus q, okay, and I consider 2 points, say A and B. So I'll consider a charge q and I'll consider 2 points A and B. Okay, I'll consider 2 points A and B. A has one potential, okay. At point A, we have one potential, and at point B, we have another potential. Potential at A is not same as that of potential at B. And we know that the formula for potential is V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R, right? Q by R. Let R be the distance between these points from Q to A, and let R1 or R2 be the distance between Q and B, and if I consider one more point, let it be R3. Okay, as the distance R increases, the potential decreases. In this case, the potential at A is greater than the potential at B, right? The potential, that is potential at A, is greater than potential at B, because as the R increases, the potential decreases. In this case, the potential energy at a single charge, that is when we are dealing with the potential energy at single charge, we are bringing one single charge from infinity to a point in the electric field produced by this charge. The concept here to understand is, that is the concept of potential energy in a single charge. We have to do is, we have to bring one charge, say plus q. Okay, I have to bring this charge to any point here, in an electric field produced by this charge q. So now let us consider only the point A. Okay, I'll not consider this point B. Now I'll consider only the point A. Okay, which is at a distance r from q. Okay, which is at a distance r from q, and let q1 be the charge which is at infinity, and I have to bring this plus q charge to this point, which is in the electric field produced by A. Okay, so this is the arrangement for the expression of, to arrive at the expression for potential energy at a single charge. Now, potential at the point P. If I consider this, if I consider this point as A, or we may consider, from the first we are considering this point as P, right? So let us consider this point as P only. Okay, so the potential at point P will be, what will be the potential? I'll solve it over here. We know that potential will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, epsilon q by r, right? And what will be the work done? What is the work done here? Work done is, we are bringing this q, which is at infinity, to this point P, and this point P is in the electric field produced by this charge q. So work done will be q into delta V. Why? V is equal to W by Q. Okay, W is equal to Q into delta V. So now what is delta V? Delta V is nothing but the potential at the final position, that is at this, from minus potential at the initial position. Or in simple, we can write it as W is equal to Q into, okay, W is equal to Q into VR. Okay, Q into VR. What is VR? VR is the external potential at point R. Okay, at this over here at point R. Okay, therefore the potential energy at a single charge will be potential energy at a single charge will be simple. If I rewrite it, V is equal to QV, or you can write VR is equal to QVR. Understood? This is a very simple derivation I can say, which you may get for 2 marks. Single charge is not that important. You may get it just for 2 marks or you may not. But the potential energy at a system of 2 charges and in a dipole is very important. Okay. So let us move to the next concept or the next case, that is potential energy of a system of 2 charges. So let me clear the screen. Did you understand this? Okay. So let me clear the screen. We'll go to the next case, that is potential energy of a system of 2 charges. 2 charges. Okay. So now let us assume we have a source charge. What is source charge? Charge which produces the field. So let us consider a source charge Q. Okay. And we have potentials at a different points due to this charge. So let us consider one point over here. Okay. And one point over here. Okay. Now we'll consider one test charge Q1. So I'll consider one test charge Q1. Okay, which is at infinity, and we should bring the charge from infinity to this point in an electric field. This is an electric field. Okay, we should bring it to this point. This point is at a distance r1. So let us consider this as point and this one more point. Okay, the distance from this point, we'll say this point as 1 and this point as 2. Okay, the distance from point 1 to Q be r dash. Okay, r1. We'll call it as r1. Okay, let this be r1. Work done in bringing this Q to this point will be given by, I'll solve it over here. I'll start from here and then we can solve it here. Work done is given by W1 is equal to V of R1 into Q1. We studied this expression in the first case, that is when we considered a single charge, that is W is equal to QVR or VR cube. Similarly, I am considering W1. What is W1? Let us say it as a work done 1 because we are considering the charge 1. Therefore, W1 is equal to V into R1 into Q1. Okay, let us consider this as equation 1. Now, similarly, let us consider one more charge. Okay, let us consider one more charge Q2, which is at infinity. And we have to bring this from infinity to this point 2. And this point 2 is at a distance R2 from Q. Sorry, R2 from Q. Getting this point is at a distance R1 from Q, and we have to bring this Q1, this charge, to this point. This is the work done. And similarly, we have to bring this charge Q2, okay, this charge Q2 to this point, which is at a distance R2 from Q, okay, which is at a distance R2 from Q. Therefore, the work done can be written as, similarly, the work done can be written as W2. Why W2? Because we are considering charge 2. Therefore, W2 is equal to V R2 into Q2. Okay, let us consider it as equation 2. Here we come across a situation. Okay, why? Because we are considering 2 charges. So we'll come across the situation, that is, we have to bring the second charge Q2. Understand properly, listen to me properly. We have to bring this charge Q2, okay, this charge Q2 against the charge Q1. Okay, getting, we have to bring the second charge Q2. We have to do some work against Q1. Okay, and the distance between these two will be R. If I consider the distance between these two as R, in moving Q2 against Q1, we have to, what we have to do, we have to do some work. That work is moving Q2 against Q1. Therefore, the potential for due to these two charges will be, the potential due to these two charges will be V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 by R. Okay, therefore I can say the work done, this third case, okay, this situation. So we can consider this as W3. Work done can be written as, okay, work done can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 by R. Q1 Q2 by R. Therefore, the total work done, I can say the total work done is given by W1 plus W2 plus W3. What are the three work which is done over here? One is bringing the charge Q1 to this point. Second is bringing the charge Q2 to this point, and third is bringing the point this charge to this point against the charge Q1. So there are three cases. When we want the total work done, we have to add these work done. Okay, therefore total work done will be W1 plus W2 plus W3. Therefore the total potential energy total potential energy U will be total potential energy U will be, what is W1? W1 is VR1 Q1. What is W2 from equation 2? This is equation 3. Okay, from equation 2, what is W2? VR2 Q2, and I'll write it over here. And what is W3? 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 by R. So this expression, write it in a straight line. I don't have space, so I've written this expression after plus. Here I've written it here, over here. Okay, so write it in a straight line. Therefore, U is equal to VR1 Q1 plus VR2 Q2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 by R. This is the potential energy of a system of two charges. Understood? This is also a very simple derivation. There are three cases. One is for single charge, and this is for the set of two charges, or the system of two charges. So what we did, we considered charge source charge, okay, which produces the electric field. Right now, the distance of we consider 2 points, point 1 and point 2. Point 1 is at a distance of r1 from q, and point 2 is at a distance of r2 from q. Okay, and we considered two source charges, test charges, that is q1 and q2. First work done is to bring this q1 to point 1, and the second work done will be, or the second work will be bringing this q2 to the point 2, and third one is moving the charge q2 against q1, which is at a distance r. So when you add up all these w's, you will get a total work done, and therefore total potential energy will be VR1 Q1 plus VR2 Q2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. So this is the expression for potential energy of a system of two charges. Okay, this is also very simple. So now let us move to the third case, that is potential energy. Let me clear the screen. Now it is the third case, that is potential energy in a dipole, or potential energy of a dipole. This is the important case. Okay, the first two are not that important. You may get it for 2 marks, but this one is very important. This is for 5 marks, I can say. Okay, so now let us assume a uniform external field. Let us assume uniform external field. So what is uniform external field? The field is in the same direction. Okay, uniform external field. So let us consider uniform external field. Okay, uniform external field. now let us consider, or let us place a dipole in this electric field. What is a dipole? Two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. So let us consider a dipole. Let us place a dipole in this uniform field. So let this be minus q and let this point be plus q. Okay. So and the distance of the length of the dipole be 2a. So let the length be 2a. The charge plus q will experience the force in this direction. So let it be plus qe, and the charge minus q will experience the force in the opposite direction to that of the electric field. So let this be named as minus qe. Okay, so this is the first arrangement. What we did, we considered the uniform electric field and then we placed a dipole. Okay, the length of the dipole is 2a. Now if I draw a triangle, assume I'm drawing a triangle. So if I draw a triangle, the angle will be theta, this angle will be theta, okay, and the perpendicular will be 2a sine theta, okay, 2a sine theta, because this is 2a, the angle is theta, therefore the perpendicular will be 2a sine theta. Now we introduce a concept of torque over here. We have learned about torque in the first chapter. So the same thing we are going to introduce again here. Therefore, the torque experienced by the dipole will be given by tau is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Torque into perpendicular distance. So, sorry, force into perpendicular distance. What is force? Force is QE. Okay, this is minus Q, this is plus Q. In general, we'll take QE. And what is the perpendicular distance? Perpendicular distance is nothing but 2A sine theta. So, if I rearrange it, if I rewrite it, I will get 2AQ E sine theta. Why did I rearrange this? Because I want this 2AQ. Now what is 2AQ? 2AQ is nothing but a dipole moment P, right? It is dipole moment P. So if I write P in this equation, I'll get torque as PE sine theta. Okay, let us consider this as equation 1. What did we do? See, I'll explain you again. We considered the uniform electric field, right? And we placed a dipole in that. And I drew a triangle. The length of the dipole is 2a and the angle is theta. Therefore, we got a perpendicular distance as 2a sine theta. So the torque here, I applied the concept of torque. Therefore, tau is equal to force into perpendicular distance. What is force? Q into E. And what is the perpendicular distance? 2a sine theta. And I rearranged this equation so that I can replace 2qa or 2aq, that is the dipole moment, by P. So I did it. That is torque is equal to Pe sine theta. But when we keep the dipole in an external field, it may change its position, or I can say that there will be a small angular difference. Therefore, there will be some change. If I say the dipole rotates to some angle, or there is some displacement, there is a small change in the angle. There is small change in this theta. Okay, there is a small change in this theta. Therefore, what I can say is the small work done in this can be written as small work done dw. Why dw? Because I'm considering small work done. That is dw is equal to torque into d theta. Therefore, dw will be, what is torque? From equation 1, what is torque? Pe sine theta d theta. Okay, and where d theta is the change in the angle. I told you, no, small work done. The angle is displaced. There is certain change in the angle. So we consider that change in the angle as d theta. Understood? That small change in the angle as d theta. D theta is nothing but small change in the angle. change in angle. Okay. So now, if I continue it, if a dipole changes its angle from theta 1 to theta 2, see this one, this small change, if I consider this small change, that is, if it's change its angle from theta 1 to theta 2, this is the change in angle, then total work done, W, can be written as integration of theta 1 to theta 2 dw. So what is dw now? What is dw? Let me name it as equation 2. From equation 2, what is dw? dw is nothing but integration of theta 1, theta 2 dw is Pe sine theta, Pe sine theta d theta, right? Now the potential here, you can apply the mathematical concept, mathematical knowledge you apply over here, right? Mathematical knowledge. Therefore, I can say potential energy. Okay, potential energy U is equal to W is equal to Pe. Pe. If I solve the integration, I will get minus cos theta from theta 1 to theta 2. Okay, if I apply limits, you might be knowing this mathematical concept. If I apply limits to this, what I will get? If I apply limits, I'll get Pe is equal to minus cos theta 2 minus of minus cos theta 1. Okay, minus of cos theta 1. If I rearrange it, what I'll get? Pe is equal to cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Okay. Suppose the change in angle, as I told you, no, the delta d theta, the change in angle. If I consider the change in angle as theta 1 is equal to 90 degree, before it was theta 1, it changed to theta 2. That change we considered as d theta. Okay. The angle changed from theta 1 to theta 2. So when it was in theta 1, let it be 90 degree. From 90 degree, it changed to some angle. Let us consider it as theta only. We don't know the angle, but it changed. There is some change. But before it was at 90 degree. Okay, later it changed to theta. We don't know what is the angle. We just consider it as theta. Then if I substitute it over here, what I will get? The final expression W is equal to yes, what it will be? Minus Pe cos theta. So this is the final expression for potential energy in a dipole. So how did I get this? See, cos 90 is 0. So if I put theta 1 as 90, so if I substitute 90 over here, cos 90 is 0. And instead of theta 2, I am considering theta. Therefore, minus cos theta. This is the expression for potential energy in a dipole. So there are three cases in this. That is, if the angle is changed, if there are three cases for the change in angle. So let me write it over here. There are three cases in the change in angle. So if theta is 0, okay, if I consider case 1, so special cases, if I consider theta to be a 0 degree, in this final expression I am saying this theta, if I consider this theta as 0 degree, then the potential energy will be minus Pe. And the second case is if I consider theta to be 90 degree. If I consider this theta in the final expression as 90 degree, then potential energy will be 0. And lastly, if I consider this theta as 180 degree, the potential energy will be Pe. These small concept you will get in your CET exams. Okay, see, you will be having some multiple choice questions, so they may give these options. If they say theta is 0, and what will be the potential energy in case of dipole, so they may give the option potential energy will be minus Pe, will be 0 Pe, or something else, let another option, and they give you the question as theta is equal to 0 degree. So the answer is minus P, right? So you should remember all the small points. Okay, so this was all about the potential energy. Okay, the potential energy in an external field. So first case we considered the single charge. The second we considered system of two charges, and in third case, that is this case, we considered dipole. Okay, we arrived at the expression of a potential energy in a dipole, that is U is equal to minus PE cos theta. This derivation is little important, so please practice. Okay, in the next session we will continue with the same chapter, that is electrostatic potential and capacitance. Okay, so let me wind up the class. Thank you.